What does it look like for the Browns to get much-needed win at home against the Bears, and what areas can this offense exploit, do you think?
For me, this is a prime candidate. You can beat this team through the air. The Bears actually have a stout run defense. That doesn't mean you can abandon the run game, but you can take advantage of these corners, and it's just to see the way this Browns passing game is coming along. This is another week where you can build upon it. This is a team you can take advantage of, much like Jacksonville, and just keep that coming. The Browns have been finding ways to get guys wide open, just keep that going. Give Flacco some easy reads, let him take advantage of it, and you can beat the Chicago Bears through the air.
How concerned are you about that offensive line? We know Jones isn't coming back. We were hoping Wills isn't coming back. And what do you do to get the run game? What do you do to get the run game, effective, or at least where you can keep the defense from coming at your quarterback?
Yeah, Joe Thomas isn't walking through that door. You're going to play with who you got. But it's a lot that's like offensive line. A lot of that's just repetition. Guys getting to know each other's styles, their games, their splits, and just coming together and gelling. So the more reps these guys get together, the better off they'll be. Teams are going to look to exploit those tackles. There's no way around it. So you're going to have to mitigate that and use other teams' aggressiveness against them to find running lanes on the backside. I like the counter game. We started to see a little bit of it early in the last game. They kind of went away from it. I think you're going to need to do that more and just utilize Kareem Hunt in short yardage. He has been excellent in short yardage, but you have to stay with your running game enough to keep teams honest. It's just going to be up to Stefanski to be patient.
You think the screen game is definitely in play because of those tackles? Don't forget, you've got Montez Sweat and a couple of DNs that like to get after it. Does that bring the screen game back into play?
You would think it does, but the screen game kind of comes and goes. You can't stick with it week over week because then teams just tee off it. They've kind of went away for it for a little while, so it might make an appearance. It'd be nice. Just take the pressure off these tackles because they know they're on alert. They know they're getting circled on the whiteboard when the meeting happens earlier in the week. So I wouldn't mind seeing a few. And the Browns have been creative with their screen game this year. They have several players that can do it and implement it in different ways. I do think that Njoku is going to be a guy that they kind of lean on in this way. So, I would kick the screen game up and then let it go dormant for a few weeks and bring it back later in the year.
What about Tillman? Is that a guy you think just because you do have a bigger quarterback who's got the arm and Tillman's going to have a size and strength advantage on most defensive backs?
Yeah, I'm still getting a feel for him. You can kind of see it week over week. They don't know exactly how to deploy him yet. He's also, like you said, that interception that happened earlier was a timing issue. And I know veteran quarterbacks don't really like throwing to young players on timing routes because sometimes they're not where they're supposed to be when they need to be there, whether it's their fault or not. So they need to get a feel for him. But just getting the ball in his hands and getting him implemented into the game is a good thing and something the Browns should do early on Sunday.